You asked for it. Here it is. It's a podcast from Apathetic Enthusiasm.
On this episode, it's Chelsea, part 2. Yeah, she's doing the intro right now.
Oh, thanks for the intro, Chelsea. Intro to on this episode. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
My special guest, Brandon, and a special Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays version of Apathetic Enthusiasm.
Woo, yeah. Just so everyone...
Welcome, Brandon.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. You know, what's interesting about that intro is you haven't figured out the timing yet of the music. The music ends much quicker than you kept going, but it's fine. We could put that in post.
I couldn't hear it very well. I just know that Sizemore says, ba 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 ba. You're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. That's exactly...
Nailed it.
That is exactly what he says. Well, welcome to Apathetic Enthusiasm. I am Brandon.
I'm Chelsea.
And we are the Cruises, and we're here to bring you another spectacular episode. This time, it's Christmas time in the city.
I'm full of spirit.
It's like that song by Journey, right? When
Separate Ways.
When the lights go down on in the city. Yeah, we're excited, and we'll get right into this here in like 10 to 15 minutes. But first, let's do some housekeeping. If you wanna listen to the show, you're listening to it already, so that's
good for you.
That's stupid.
You're doing it.
I'm bad at that. But you can go to X and then Apathetic Enthusiasm, Gmail, Apathetic Enthusiasm Show at gmail.com. And then, of course, you can get Instagram, Apathetic_enthusiasm, right, Chelsea?
I'm assuming so.
You can find me at Barnyard Cruise on a variety of social media stuff. Chelsea doesn't, you may or may not know.
I'm very elusive. You may find me, you may not.
You may find her, you may not. And if you do, cool. If you don't, that is also cool.
You might regret it if you do.
Stay away from her. I mean, that's fine. I mean, yes, stay away from her, but also like it's a joke. You know, I'm not worried about you individually.
It sounds like a joke the way you keep explaining it.
Stalking her. I prefer you not stalking her.
Same. Our preferences line up. That's why we're married.
Well, honey, how was your day? How are you doing? I feel like I haven't talked to you.
Well, days, as I'm sure lots of people's days have been an emotional roller coaster of trying to get things done and being like, I'm happy because the holidays are here, but also, oh my gosh, the holidays are here. So I had all the emotions today, every single one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And for those who don't know, who are not in our house, or looking at the calendar when we're recording this, it is Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Originally thought to record this on Saturday, then Sunday, then Monday.
And Chelsea's always tired. Mama's tired.
And I forget a little bit. And I start doing things like tearing up our deck.
OMG. That was a thing I woke up to one morning. I'm gonna go outside for my coffee. Oh, it's so beautiful. What the hell? There are planks of wood willy-nilly and everything is everywhere.
What?
Which would be great if that were a project that I knew Brandon were going to start that day. It was a surprise. And in the middle of a separate garage project, he started the deck project. So our house is just... It kind of looks like the blown up version of his own office area where there's just like, here's a half stitched Muppet. Here's maybe I was going to hang this, but I didn't finish hanging it. It's very, you have a wonderful wife.
Yeah. A wonderful life makes a wonderful wife or vice versa. Yeah. There is some stuff that I have in my office not hung up, and it's not because I didn't hang it up, it's because it fell down, and then
you got distracted by the deck, and because you could see it out of your window, and you're like, oh no, instead of hanging this up, I need to go pull up a plank.
No, we'd been talking about the deck, and I'm like,
and you were like, deck the halls. I think I will.
Exactly. It's a time of the season to deck the halls.
Fala fucking laws, what you said.
Here's the what happened was the possums. So originally under our deck,
possum.
Oh, possum.
Oh, possum.
There originally. so Chelsea you like your bird feeder.
Yes.
And it brings you comfort and joy to
feed only the birds and maybe a few squirrels.
Yes. And you enjoy that, right? And then you watch the lizards and then they do their thing. But last year, sometime earlier this year, you noticed things crawling up the bird feeder.
The word spread.
And it was
the bird is the word, and it spread to the rats. At first I was like, oh, yay, more fun, fuzzy animals. Yeah. And then I quickly found, oh no, you don't want those.
Yeah, because we had rats, right? Sugar books, and then whatever the
pet rats. Don't just say like we had rats.
We did have rats.
We had two pet rats. Those poor rats.
Those poor rats. We were bad owners.
Yeah.
So
we were too young.
All right.
We were too young for rats. Babies having baby rats.
All right. R.I.P. to the rats. R.I.P. to the mice too. That in the house in Sherwood.
Let's not talk about all the animals we've harmed. This is a PETA episode.
Rest in peace, Gimpy.
Rest in PETA.
Breast in peace.
Anyway, it was a animal Disney Wonderland underneath the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrels and rats and opossums.
And we poisoned the rats. I'm sure they died. And then we were animal free for a little bit. Well, let's rewind that actually, because there was a rabbit under the deck for a little bit. We didn't
poison the rabbit. I was all about that little bunny rabbit being around.
I know that was bad. That was bad transition. We did not poison the rabbit. The rabbit was there.
Poison the Rabbit sounds like a good metal band.
Garrett. Hop, hop, hop. And then the bunny was so cool, and we took video of it, and we loved it, and then it disappeared. And then the rats showed up. So I'm assuming the rats ate the bunny.
That's not what I'm assuming. I won't let myself assume that.
That's fair. And the rats were like, I'm still hungry. You know what? I'm going to go on a vegan diet and just eat
that one
seeds.
Rat that was wearing like a rabbit fur coat. It felt weird. And he had like a little hat, a little feather, but it was like a rabbit bone with sticking out of his little hat.
Yeah, and he had like a little necklace with a foot hanging down.
And he flips a coin all the time. That's right. When you're a rat all the way.
So
musical theater.
The rats disappeared eventually when we stopped feeding them.
Well, yeah, you have to stop feeding the birds to make the rats go away, because I didn't want to kill every single living rat in a 10-mile radius. I'm like, okay, if you just stop feeding the birds, the rats will go away. But then my birds start to feel like, oh, this place went out of business. And so the birds stopped coming. Yeah. So I would try every once in a while. I'm like, okay, it's been like a week and a half. I'll try again. And here comes the little rat. Left the thing. He would eat the bird food from far away. Yeah. It was adorable, but also I know that he's probably full of gross.
Yeah. It was like, oh, we have rats. At first it was like, oh, that's cool. But then you realize rats are harbingers of bugs and fleas, and they kill each other, and they're very if we found out that
it's very secrets of Nimsy under there.
We found out that if there was a rabbit under there with the rats, that the rats will attack anything else. Okay. Then the rats go away. No more rats. Cool. We start feeding the birds again. And then all of a sudden,
can't find Dexter, but that's okay. The rats are gone.
No. Yeah. Dexter crawls up the bird feeder.
Wear a little Dexter fur coat.
When you're a Dex, you're a Dex. And then the opossum moved in.
There's a wood pile over there.
A family of opossums moved in. And we found that out because our dog was just barking at our deck constantly. And I don't know when we realized it was an opossum.
I saw it run across the yard and go under the deck. And I was like, oh no, that's the biggest rat I've ever seen. And to me, I was like, ew, opossums, gross. But Brandon was the one this time who was like, they're fine. They don't have bugs. And I'm like, they have to. There's no way they don't. He's like, they eat the bugs. I'm like, well, then there's bugs near them somewhere, stuck in their teeth. I don't know. But
yeah, that's partially true. And it is still partially true. The only reason I said that initially is my parents were like, no, opossums are good. They're clean animals. Like, so I looked it up, and then the website I looked at first was like, yeah, no, they're clean animals
Compared to
rats, of course. So then we're lying in bed one morning, and our dog is, she's scratching her. Camila's scratching her butt all the time. And then you see something crawling in her fur.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they were fleas or not, but they were definitely just teeny tiny little bugs.
Yeah. And it turns out that opossums, although they kill a lot of other bugs, they also are carry fleas. So
what?
Who knew?
Oh my gosh.
Who knew?
It's never too late to learn something new, you guys.
Yeah. Anyways, the opossums aren't there anymore either, but the rats are fucking back.
Well, I don't know if the opossums are there or not. All I know is that there were rats there the other day.
They're not there anymore. Because I started tearing up the deck.
Did you find a carcass?
No, I didn't. They must have left. But when I was tearing up the deck,
Was there a sign? We left.
Vacancy. Opossum.
Too many rats.
Yeah, basically, because like the first 2 boards I pulled up, I saw a big ass rat scurry past me. I was like, ah, Jesus. And so I'm like, I'm going to put on gloves to do the rest of
What
this.
gloves did you choose?
Satin.
You went to what, like Bloomingdale's? Where did you?
Like work gloves.
Okay,
Like,
I just don't know what kind of. I'm like, were you out there with like those yellow plumber, like those dishwashing gloves?
like lab gloves. Like I had a smock and little goggles and a beaker for some reason.
And then you're like, I'm gonna eradicate this.
That's good. That's good. Emphasis on the rat.
Thank
Right.
you.
Right. I just because it sounded like you said erad, and then
Either way.
it wouldn't have worked because then.
Someone would have gotten it.
Well, anyway, so I started tearing up the deck because of that, honey, is because I did that when the rats came back because I'm like, no, I don't want rats in back here anymore. I want to start this up, and I have to start it up early so I can start chopping up that wood and then throwing it away over the course of a couple months.
Sure.
That's why I started, and while it's still cool.
So guess what we're doing in 2025, guys?
I'm
slowly throwing away one plank of wood at a time.
Yeah, but I am sawing it, so it'll fit in the trash, and then my dad will help us pave it.
It'll go somewhere at some point. It's all an opportunity for me to practice patience.
What projects do you have going on, Chelsea?
I'm doing it right now. This is it. It's one of yours.
This is it.
I'm just deeply involved in whatever project you're doing.
Yeah. So you for those who don't know, you are going to school right now. You're on a break in college. She's in college. Everybody.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've been killing that 8th grade though. But now I have finally gone to college, not back to college, because that implies that you like went, and whereas I did actually go to a college campus at some point in my life, they have no physical records of me being there. So this is officially just my 3rd semester of college.
Yeah.
42. I'm just gonna power through this old age thing and learn.
You're going into your 3rd semester.
I just finished my 3rd semester.
Okay. So the question is for any of those aspiring 42-year-olds who want to go back to college, who maybe or go to college for the first time or back to college, what is your advice to them?
Ooh, it's I don't know, because it's scary. But I guess the advice I have is to treat it like it's any other thing. Like you would be going to the grocery store or going to the bank, and to not care about the kids that are sitting around you, not care what they think, because you're not going to see them past, you're going to see them for 3 months and then that's it. And I don't know, you just have to balls to the wall. I don't know.
I don't recommend literally balls to the walling it in college, especially with today's kids. They're not as accepting.
No, yes. I've had to hold back a lot of my
balls
from the walls. Yeah.
No, So 3 semesters, is it getting easier for you? Do you feel like it's getting easier, or?
Yes, but just a little tiny bit at a time, because it's not the same class every semester. So it's a new scary thing every semester. And next semester starts public speaking. And
look at that. Do you get credit for this?
Oh, I wish. But there was a podcasting class. I debated on it, but I thought, I don't want to sit with that. I was in the podcasting class. I'm like, I don't want to be around these. Like, this is not, I will not fit in here, is what I knew. And I thought to myself, I'm like, everybody in here is going to think I'm an idiot.
Day one, you asked for it. Here it is.
Yeah.
It's a podcast class.
You're so stupid. All you do is have your husband do it.
Wait. Okay, everybody. No vocal fry. Don't do vocal fry.
I would be such a obnoxious asshole in that class.
Well, welcome to
like
podcasting.
I am in most of my classes, to be honest, which I have found comes from, 1, being me, and 2, being older me who gives less ifs about what is going on around her, and then just say the joke I'm thinking of a lot of times. And then,
but do you really think that you are more obnoxious now than you were at 18 when you were actually in college? I say actually in college, but you know what I mean. Like,
more obnoxious, no. But I will say that obnoxia, I don't know.
that's my D&D character's name.
I feel like when you're younger and obnoxious, it's more annoying. And then sometimes age and your obnoxia, I don't know what the right word for it, but I'm going to say it now. I don't know, but I feel like it can cushion some of the obnoxious behavior because you're older. And so it's not, it's a balance. It balances out eventually. And then you get even older, and then it goes the other way again. There's a bit of a sweet spot in your 40s and 50s, maybe, where you are, the kids all admire you. And so they think you're so funny and witty. And then the older people are like, you're still young and fun. And then you pass it. So I'm in a little bit of my golden hour.
I think this question I have is, when growing up, every year or so, you look back at yourself and like, I sucked back. I sucked a year ago.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm more mature now. And then, keeps that cycle keeps happening for a long time. Right. Mm-hmm. Does it stop?
We shall find out. I don't know.
Like, I think about,
do you think you're less annoying?
Oh yeah. I'm far less annoying than I was.
No, doesn't stop.
Yeah, no, I am far less annoying.
But that came
I'm far less annoying.
Oh my God. I think that people put up with annoying behavior a little bit better when you're older than when you're like 18 or 19. You're like, shut up, kid. Get out of here. You can't even buy cigarettes. Get out of here. Yeah. And then you get a little bit older and they're like, okay, this person's paid their dues. They've earned the right to be a little annoying.
They have to do it.
But still, it's a delicate balance that I ride the tightrope every day.
And I have talked to you about this before, but that's like rising the ranks of the Air Force. As as a junior enlisted, I didn't feel as comfortable being weird and annoying and jokey. And then at some point in time, everyone works for me, so they have to put up with it.
Right.
So it's a lot of the same thing.
And so then when you think back now to you being 18 and 19 and very, hey, joke, look at me. Are you like, oh my gosh, how did I survive? How did I not get beat up more?
No, I don't think like that. But I do recognize some of the jokes I had said or had made about people or to people. You remember Mr. Steen, Keith Steen? Like,
he looked like Paul Newman.
Yeah, I still have his cleaver that he made me.
I thought you said cleavage. I'm like, what?
I still have his cleavage that he gave me. 18, 19, all these.
Not Mr. Steen.
No. Brandon Steen. He was in his 40s. Which
seemed so old. We thought he was in his 70s.
He had retired from the Air Force as a master sergeant. And so there's a bunch of these old retirees that came back as contractors, and we're in the break room, and they're like joking. Everyone's like teasing each other and, throwing barbs and stuff like that. Right. And
Poor
then
Barb.
poor Barbara.
Shut up, Barb. You have one job.
Shut your. I'm sorry. They're coming to get you,
Barbara.
And so then
and you wanted to be in it.
I wanted to be in it, and Keith Steen was starting to tease me, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fire right back.
Uh-oh.
And I fired back with, and your wife's saggy tits.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no.
His face, such a genial guy.
Did his mouth drop as low as his wife's saggy tits?
He was like, don't you ever fucking say that again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and everyone in the room's like, oh.
Okay.
So
if a youngster said that to you, though, don't you feel like your response would be like, yeah, and why do you know how saggy you wouldn't be mad?
Like when did you see them? And do you have any advice?
Let me show you this picture. Let me fold out this piece of paper. Flump, 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 flump. Accordion, fold out.
Like a scroll.
This turned sad for me. Let's change.
No, okay. Anyways,
let's go back to someone else.
I apologize to him, but still, it was, I feel bad about it. Those are the types of things that
Well, you don't learn unless you do something wrong. Yeah. And that is truth. That's science right there. I've heard it from other people that were official adults, and they've told me your brain doesn't shift and change and learn unless you have failed at something. So then you learned.
Do you think our parents have gotten to the point where they stopped looking back at themselves and be like, I was stupid a year ago?
Oh, well.
Or do they time goes on, and so
I don't know if our parents are like, I was righteous. Think about how cool and righteous I was, man, when I had that bitchin' denim jacket and dingo boots and a hog. That's a motorcycle. Or if they think, they might think they were cool then, and then yesterday they were annoying. I don't know. I don't know how long it needs to go before you're like, man, that was cool then. It's a motorcycle is where I was going.
I know. I'm still stuck.
I debated saying it as well, and I decided balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. And all the kids in your class are like, instructor, why is
Chelsea sexually harassing me?
She keeps referring to my hog.
I'm sure I offended at least one person, but the professor, I'm thinking of my physiology class, and he is and was at the time older than I am, and so he definitely said more offensive things, and I was hoping that my own facial expressions at his crazy things he was saying about poor French people, I don't even remember, he was going on and on about this poor French people at actually broke, people who live in France but are poor, not like poor French people, and then you're in France and you're poor, and I was just like, what is happening? What does this have to do with the reproductive system? But so I'm sure he overpowered any wackadoo things I had to say.
Yeah. Well,
so my advice is have a professor who is much older than you, so that you look like the young and cool one.
That is perfect advice, and that's exactly what we're looking for on this Apathetic Enthusiasm advice line.
Merry Christmas advice special edition.
Chelsea, changing gears.
We had something real we were going to talk about, I'm sure.
Yeah, changing gears just a little bit. Wanted to check in with you on the Magic Mind challenge, the 14-day challenge. How have you been feeling with it?
I feel okay, even though I still look tired.
Magic Mind does not change the way you look.
It doesn't. It's not going to change your saggy eyelids.
Well, to be fair, you did not put it on your eyelids yet.
That's true. That's my next eye drops. But it's hard for me to tell because there is so much going on around me in our lives right now with the holidays and school and everything. So I wonder, I'm like, maybe I'm dealing with everything better than I would if, I weren't. So it's been kind of tricky for me to tell how much it's affecting me, because I don't know how much is just, I'm not like in a bubble taking this stuff. It's not a very pure scientific experiment.
Got it.
But I will say that I haven't felt bad.
That is good. That's better than bad. It's good.
That's right.
What I've started for the first couple of days, I was taking it like first thing in the morning before I go to work. And I've actually switched to when I start to feel like when you wake up in the morning, like I'm assuming you're wide awake. Like you have like that burst of energy. Like, okay, I'm paying attention. I'm focused. And then
you have that?
I do.
That's nice.
I do. And then there's like a little dip. And when I start to feel that little dip, then I'm like, okay,
maybe that's my problem. I do get like a 2 or 3 p.m. dip. And so maybe that's what I should be taking instead of first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Because it gives you that extra little, for me, it has been given a little boost of focus. And like, if I can feel myself like doing a task and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get distracted easily about whatever is going on, then I'm like, it's time. And it's helped me so far. So far so good. So I so far
we don't have one in here, do we?
No, I forgot to put them on camera.
It looks like this: MAGIC space MIND.
So
it comes in a cute box.
It does. It's a very, very cute box. Trust us when we say it for the audio listener. And then,
we've given you so much good advice so far vis-a-vis the opossums.
Yes. And school. Old professors. You can go to magicmind.com. You can use a code to get a certain percentage off of your subscription or an order. That's Brandon and Travis 20, I think.
It'd be a fun gift for someone who I never know what to get for this person. People who are trying new things all the time.
Yeah. Trying new things all the time, not just some of the time. Right, Chelsea?
Yes.
Right, Chelsea?
So angry.
Buy me some time so I have the right code.
Buy you some time for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
I did have something I want to say until you put me on the spot.
Put you on the spot.
I was going to talk
I lied, everybody. It's Travis and Brandon 20. Travis, of course, is first, as always.
Alphabetical.
So Travis and Brandon 20. Go check it out. Magic Mind. Speaking of Travis.
Hey, what happened to Travis? We miss Travis.
This is our recurring segment. Travis's shout out. Travis, shout out to you.
Shout out, Travis.
Woo! Sail.
We do miss Travis. We love Travis. He's one of our favorite people.
Yeah. I do have listener feedback, and that listener feedback comes from Travis Menard, who writes, "What Chelsea did really good. People aren't going to want me back."
Those weren't the notes I got. Travis.
What notes did you get?
God, why do you sound so much like a girl?
Did you say that to you?
More bass, please. No, I gave myself notes. So I'm hoping that I'm following them, or else I'm going to be real upset with myself.
Oh no. Okay, well let's talk about that, and then we're going to get into some Christmas stuff real fast.
More me stuff?
Yeah, more you stuff, because anybody who's listening to the show knows all about me already.
Anybody who's listening to the show is listening to you.
No.
They're like, who's this lady?
At this point in time, they only really want to talk and hear from Chelsea. So let's go ahead into rapid fire Chelsea questions.
Holy crap, I'm bad at this game. I've never played it, but I just sense
you like games like Speed and like 4-player solitaire, where everything
ask me what number is bigger than 4, and I'm on it. 5. Got it. So fast.
Oh shit.
But if you're gonna ask me questions about me, I'm not gonna be good at it. Go ahead, try.
Can we be honest? It took me a half a second longer than you to think of a number higher than 4.
not even like 4.5, 4.1.
You said that and I was like,
5 is higher. Good job, Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's why you're so good at that
Right
game.
on.
I do like speed.
So you've been on.
I mean, the game, card game.
This next segment takes agility and speed. That's a taser of the speed. Sorry, it's an Amazing Jonathan joke. I stole it from him. Rest in peace. He's not dead.
He's not dead.
Rest in peace.
We should get him on.
You've been on Submitting for Your Approval a handful of times. I think the
Twice,
last
yes.
I think the last time you were on, we talked about Night of the Meek, which is a Christmas episode that you don't like.
Yeah.
But so you haven't really done any podcasting on that. We did the
Nope.
Oldie Weds game with Travis and Sheena before. Yep. This was like your first just talk about whatever type of podcast, right? So that first episode, what were the notes that you gave to yourself? Like, what things were you not jiving with?
Talk too much with just my face, which is an issue for people who are not watching.
I'm talking with my face for the audio listener.
See, you can't. It's hard to clarify. I need to be more vocal instead of just crazy face, and I talk a little fast, and I trail off. I noticed, and everything kind of goes on like that. I start a sentence like this, and it's I know what I'm saying because it's in my brain. But no one else knows. So I need to think about how I'm being heard rather than how I'm hearing myself.
Okay. So you're trying to stop yourself and tailor or filter what the things you want to say to make it sound like you know what you are trying to say.
I think the problem is that I want to speak to you on the podcast the way that I would speak to anyone in a real life conversation, and that doesn't translate very well. So that's part of it. And then the other part is that my eyes just look so fucking tired all the time. What is happening? I never had to look at myself for such a long period of time. It's distressing.
Well, that's why there's 2 screens, so you don't have to look at yourself the entire time.
I have to because
it's supposed to be like we're talking to each other.
I have to physically make my face like it might look normal, but in my mind, I'm having to. Maybe it doesn't look normal at all, but I'm having to like pretend like, oh, I'm excited about what's happening.
When you do that, Chelsea is making blank stares into the camera for our audio listener,
and that's what I shouldn't do. I should just boring face, fun voice. That's what I'm going for. More inflection, less facial movements.
But this goes like in voiceover, right? Voiceover work. You see videos of people doing voiceover stuff for animation, and they're always like, "Whoa, ah!" They're really getting into it, right?
Yes.
Because even though the people watching the cartoon can't tell what people are, what the voice actors are doing,
it helps them emote to use all their body.
So who gives a fuck? Like if they can't see your face, just get into it. Be like Gizmo on my shirt, for audio listeners.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Full of holiday spirit. My shirt says. And it also says wine. AKA wine.
AKA colon wine.
That's right.
Anyway, so I think you did a good job on the first episode. I think you warmed up a little bit once you got into kind of a performance mode, and I think that's the thing. Like,
ugh, that phrase makes me cringe.
Yeah, it's true. I don't talk to you. And the thing is, we sound so fun. People listen to us. They're like, they laugh.
They
and
laugh a second.
Oh my
God. That house.
They're such a card game of people. But
we laugh a lot over here, but it's only at our own jokes. We don't laugh at each other's jokes.
Yeah, from the other room, I just hear.
Yeah, I just talk to myself. Oh my God, I ran into the wall again.
Chelsea, you're laughing at yourself again.
Shut up! Nobody asked you. There's a rat in the yard. Go take something apart.
Okay. It's turning into Kermit. Yeah, so you're doing a good job. Let's segue away from that. I know it makes you uncomfortable to talk about yourself.
Oh, so comfortable. Let's talk about my biggest fears.
Okay.
Let's talk about the parts of my body I love.
Okay, sure. Let's talk. Okay.
Let's talk about Christmas or something weird.
Oh, it's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time.
As you know, it is Christmas Eve here in the Cruz household.
And in most places in the world still.
In the world?
I wonder where.
No, in the world, it's Christmas Day already.
In some places. Not
In
all
most places in the world, yeah. Because what time? It's 6:05 right now. In England, it's like right around Christmas.
I'm waiting for a very specific answer from you to see if you're correct, and then we can fact check him. It'll be fun, you guys.
Well, so if it's 3 hours ahead, so it's 9 and on the East
3
Coast.
hours ahead?
It's probably another 2 to 3 hours.
Ooh, and math is
in UK?
involved. Okay.
Yeah, I'm screwed.
What comes after 4? Quick.
10.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I just had to pick a number.
You did it.
I almost said 2.
You're good at this game.
But at the last minute, the turned into an N. It is Christmas. One of the things we're gonna do after we finish recording is we're gonna watch a Christmas movie.
Yeah, we have a child. We have to spend some time with him.
We do. We're gonna watch Violent Night, right?
Yes.
The David Harbour
Yes.
Die Hard movie.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Die Hard, David Harbour. There's something there.
Oh.
I'll get to it later.
Oh, geez, yeah. We'll explore it. Get back.
Die
to
Harbor. Die Hard 4. Die Harbor.
I think that's the Cape Fear sequel.
Death Harbor.
Yeah. What? So we're gonna watch. Well, of course we're gonna watch that. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie other than that?
Was just talking about this with my family, and I can tell you the ones I don't like because that's all the input I had, where I was like, I don't like Love Actually, and I don't really like It's a Wonderful Life, and I don't really like Christmas Story. I do like Die Hard.
Yeah.
And I do love Violent Night.
Yeah.
And that movie is only a couple years old.
Right. We saw it in theaters, right? I thought we did.
I don't remember my life that far back. I was probably really cool then.
It's a Wonderful Life. So I freely admit I have not seen all of It's a Wonderful Life, but you know enough pop culture to say like, okay, yeah, oh, Clarence.
Travis does such a good Jimmy Stewart impression.
And that's our Travis shout out of the minute. So I don't like, it takes place during Christmas, but is it a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Okay. No.
I don't know why it wouldn't be what do you think it is, a bank thriller?
Well, because there's no Santa Claus, right? It's like some guy wants to kill himself.
You don't need Santa Claus for it to be a Christmas movie. There's no Santa Claus in Die Hard.
No, but there's Hans Gruber is kind of like from around.
It's because they both have some kind of Nordic.
Yeah, like Klaus. Hans Gruber. Klaus. Essentially, he is like maybe Santa Claus's brother. We haven't really explored his backstory. Although in Die Hard 3, Hans Gruber's brother.
Here we go.
Jeremy Irons.
That's not a Christmas movie. Only Die Hard 1.
True. Well, no, Die Hard 2. Die Harder is a Christmas movie as well, because that takes place during Christmas.
Oh, why don't
in
we
the
ever
airport.
watch that one?
Because it's a different movie. It's got Bill Sadler in it, though. That's
Bill? Oh my God, you guys are besties, Bill Sadler. I call him Mr. William Sadler, sir.
Mr. Sadler.
I probably would I think I like the Muppets Christmas Carol movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually don't mind. Well, I like Scrooged.
Yes.
And I don't mind the Christmas Carol movie that had Jim Carrey, but it was it was kind of animated. So it wasn't full live action, but Jim Carrey did the voice of Scrooge.
I don't.
It's kind of dark.
I don't know.
Thumbs up, says my computer.
I don't know what movie that is.
I think it's just a Christmas Carol, and it's just another version of it. And Jim Carrey does the lead voice,
Gotcha.
and it kind of looks like him when he was in Lemony Snicket, but then it's animated over.
like a rotoscoped, like a
No,
scanner darkly.
more animated than that.
Okay. I love Scrooged. I fell asleep to Scrooged last night.
And it just gets better every time we see it.
That's a quote from the movie.
No.
Kind of. Is it?
It's from Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Like,
About the Exorcist.
yeah, Beetlejuice Scrooged. The sequel. No, that's a great movie.
That's a good Christmas movie.
I love it. I love it so much. And what It's a Wonderful Life. Never seen it, so I can't say that.
You've never seen Christmas Story,
right? I found it. I found my DVD that is still wrapped in the plastic that I refused to open up the other day.
There are a couple. I'm not a huge fan of Elf. I know that's a hot take.
Yeah.
And then there have been a few Christmas movies lately that I just couldn't get. I just didn't even try because I'm too judgy about them. Like, first of all, I won't do a Hallmark one. There's the new one that's called it's like the Hottest Snowman or Frosty the Hot Snowman or
right.
Hotsy the Snowman or some such thing like that. And then like what's the other Christmas movie? Well,
Code Red or Red.
Yeah, that red one red.
Yeah, red one.
I have that. And then there was the Will Ferrell, Ryan Reynolds one, Spirited. I never watched that one. But I guess am I a Scrooge? I don't know. I like the Grinch, the original.
The original, yes, the original. In Dexter, what a good kid. They for a school, like the last day of school or whatever, they watched the Grinch, and he's like, ugh, but it's the Jim Carrey one.
Well, you want to know why?
No, it was the Pharrell one.
No, first they watched the first half of the Jim Carrey one, and then they watched the first half of the Pharrell one. Those are two separate days. Or we can call it the Benedict Cumberbatch one, because in case people don't know, Pharrell narrates that one. But you want to know why? Because the original Grinch movie cost $3 to rent, and so not enough people brought $1, so they just watched whatever was the free one. That's why they didn't watch the old school Grinch. And if I'd have known that, I would have sent her $7, so she could watch it 2 and a third times.
I would have sent her $20. Buy the DVD and burn it to your
burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground. That sucks. What happened to classics like that, or like Charlie Brown Christmas and Jingle All the Way? You know,
and Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah, the Santa Claus. 4
Christmases, Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh yeah. The Holiday.
Yeah, I guess that's a Christmas movie. Even though I don't consider that, I wouldn't until you just said it right now.
Yeah. And then of course,
no one does claymation anymore. Where's all the Rudolphs and all those
Small Soldiers? I don't know. I had a movie in my head and I lost it, but yeah. Anyway,
we're gonna watch Violent Night after this. Was the point of that story?
Oh, Gremlins, of course.
Oh yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah, that's why I'm wearing the Gizmo shirt.
It's not.
Well, no, it is. It is. I was gonna wear this to my holiday party, and
you got a Gremlins little toy in here. We opened stockings this evening, and Brandon was gifted from lovely Mrs. Claus a little mini Spike from the Gremlins figurine.
Yeah.
Shout out to Five Below. They have weird things there.
They do. And also because we were talking about Christmas movies,
Mrs. Claus gifted you that thing as well.
That's right. It is it's Hans Gruber falling from Nakatomi Plaza.
Little advent calendar.
He's falling.
He's down at the bottom now.
He's right there.
As soon as he's dead, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas time.
This Christmas.
This is Christmas doing. So pretty excited. It's gonna be a good Christmas. We made it through another 2020.
We made it through another 2020.
Another 2024.
Time has no meaning anymore.
What do you want to wish to the folks out there in podcast land?
Here's a new mantra that I'm sure it sounds so obvious, but it's something that we don't stop to say to ourselves very often. And it is, may you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live a life filled with ease. I didn't mean to have my hands like that. That was an accident. I was thinking, and then they were in namaste.
She's praying, everybody.
But we don't think to wish ourselves those things. They seem like so obvious, but I wish everyone to be healthy and happy and their lives be easier than normal. Let's have a little bit of ease this year.
Okay, but where's the punchline? I'm waiting.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want it to be funny? Fart joke.
Yeah!
Oh, I want everyone to be life to be filled with breeze out of my butt.
Oh my God, you crack me up. Oh,
What comes after 4?
10 still.
Can't say 10 still.
Oh,
Yeah, just another number.
11's 10.
11. 11's 10.
11's 10. You're a regular Nate Bargatze, Chelsea. And
Wow, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, no
In
problem.
what way though? Wait, is it a compliment?
All the fart and shit jokes.
Oh, he's not do that.
Yeah,
No.
he's really
He's
good.
a very funny comedian.
Yep, just like Nate Restaurant Gatsy.
Oh. Were you waiting for me to make a joke like that?
Yeah.
Bar Gatsy.
Yeah.
You couldn't even go like pub Gatsy. You said restaurant Gatsy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Restaurant Gatsy kind of sounds like a curse word that you like in another language. You would call somebody, hey, it's a restaurant Gatsy.
The fuck you say to me? The fuck
That's
you-
English.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm thinking of the mot.
Oh yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway,
What is your wish, Brandon? Say something funny for the podcasters.
something funny for the podcasters.
Oh my god. I'm hungry. I'm dead.
Are you?
That's like your joke.
Oh yes. What I'd like to say is, something that people don't say to themselves enough is whatever you said to say to themselves. But also, there is a lot of stuff going on in the world today. Yesterday, there will be
Tomorrow, look out. We don't even know. We don't even know.
And what's really important to me in this time of the season is empathy, compassion for our fellow human. Everyone is going through something, whether small or large, and
That's all relative.
It is all important because it's important to you. It's important to us. And so take care of each other, and happy holidays to one and all. We'll see. We'll talk probably after the new year. But,
Was this the end? Are we wrapping it up?
well, we don't have to wrap it
Oh,
up.
okay. I didn't know.
But I mean, we are at 47 or so minutes.
Oh, yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah,
like a Christmas gift with a bow on top. We're going to wrap it up and shove it up your chimney.
Well,
I did a final thought. You didn't like it. It wasn't funny enough for you.
I was gonna. Well, that was your final thought. The shove it up your chimney.
That's right.
Hopefully, you all get a hog for Christmas. That's
Happy Halloween.
Happy Hog days.
That's right. That's better.
Yeah.
Happy Hog days.
See, that's why we're sitting in the same room together, really workshopping these.
Yeah. Well,
shitty puns.
tell me when we start recording. This is gonna be good.
All right, so we're gonna head out. So a couple go backs, right? Apathetic Enthusiasm.
Listen
look
to
for
it.
us. Listen to it. Tell your friends and family. Tell them to go to youtube.com.
Tell them that they employ a lady now from time to time. Maybe it'll bring in a different demographic.
Yeah. And tell them she's on YouTube.
I'm a middle-aged white lady. I don't know how I'm.
She's full of holiday spirit, aka wine,
AKA wine.
And so you can do that over on YouTube. You can listen
Magic
to
Mind.
us.
Drink it.
Yes. Use the code Travis and Brandon 20 over there to get some percentages off of subscription or purchases. So, I think that'll
I'm
do
just
it.
saying though, for your New Year's resolution type deal, Magic Mind might be something you want to try. Give that a try instead of all the extra other things that we're using to cope from day to day.
Yeah. And if Magic Mind isn't your thing for resolution, Magic Mike.
Yes. Don't pay attention to the alcohol that I'm drinking. but because it's not the new year yet. Don't judge me.
It's spiked with magic mind.
Only he shall judge me, he being Santa Claus.
Ah, yes, Santa Claus. He died for our sins.
Poor Santa.
Poor Santa. Well, for Apathetic Enthusiasm, I am Brandon.
I'm Chelsea.
See you all.
Here it is. It's a podcast.
Oh, that's the wrong
Apathetic.
one. Oops.
Oh, someone doesn't know how the things work because the music doesn't go long enough.
I'll just edit it out. Never know. Cut it out. By the way, shout out to Ed. Old Ed from work. This is your shout out, Ed. Because I told you I was going to shout you out. And I was serious about it. So here I am, only talking to you. And yes, it's not on video. But whose fault is that? I think that's your fault. I think it's your fault because you only wanted to watch a video. You didn't want to watch or watch Spotify or Apple Music to find me talking to you directly. But here I am. And now I'm gone.